What's good? What's good? What's good? 351. Just trying to figure out how to put the link for the panel up. I seem to have forgotten. Let's see here. Let's see here. More. Post comment. Maybe. No, that's not it. Bam. X out of that. It's freaking freezing out here. How you doing, 351? What you up to today, man? You guys frozen up there yet? There we go. There we go. Bam. .38 in South Carolina right now. I hear that. I got a temperature over here. Let me thermometer. Let me see what it is. Oh, damn. It's 28 here. It's 28 here, man. Got some morning coffee. No, re-spool a couple reels here. But my fingers don't want to work so good in this cold here. You got fishing year round down there, don't you? 351? I gotta pin this comment here. Start comment, put using. No, I don't know if that works. All right, work here, I guess. Let me spool my lure rod real quick. Bait rod, lure rod. This line's pretty much toast. Man, them fingers are frosty. Didn't have much left of that. Whew. Boy, it's cold. Gonna re-spool the 320 GTI as well. This holds a grip of line. Damn, it's cold. I'm a California kid, man. I don't dig the cold like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. Yeah, this line is shot. I put my fishing line through hell. At these dams, there's no mercy. There's no mercy at the dams where I fish at. It's kill or be killed at the dams, especially with if you got crap line. It's no bueno. This line was I was almost throwing it all out. So when you get near your spool towards the end, you tend to start throwing all of it out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there wasn't much left on this. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. The Bud Files. What's up? Hey, Bud Files. That was pretty cool subscriber thing, you did the other day. Going through everybody's. I like that. That was really awesome. This cat over here trying to jack my line there. She's all tangled up in it now. On these old school 350 320 GTI spools, they got actually, let's see if I can't show you her. Yeah. See right here on the center of the spool, right there in front of my pinky, you tie your line to that and then spool them up. What's up, Big James? Brother Big James? What's up, Big James? Ooh, Big James is frosty there this morning. Woo! All right, cat. Watch out. This cat's trying to eat my line. This is the old line, which it kind of looks like a lot, but it's not. It's just all coiled up. Fingers don't want to work. Big James. That's my brother right there, man. This cat's going to give me problems when I reel up this line here. Always trying to jump in on it. Get out of here, cat. Yeah, cat. This is the cat I'm talking about. It's a hunter kitty, and he always tries to get up in my line when I'm re-spooling, don't you? Yeah, you do. I'm gonna throw him in the car until I'm done. Locked him up. Locked up the cat. Nose is running. So cold it's running. Oh man, that's slow, James. That's a slow process right there. I don't miss those days. Bay Area, it's like that every single day. The speed limit's 70. They raise it to 70. Everybody goes 80, but during rush hour, which seems like it's all day, it goes 25, 35 miles an hour, which is ridiculous. When I lived outside of San Francisco, you got to leave an hour and a half early to go 22 miles into the city. It's ridiculous, right? All right. Put your new line on this thing. Wouldn't mind the sun to start beaming over here, but we still got a few hours. It's over there. I take my spool line, I just throw it right on the ground, and I reel up. I don't use any fancy machine or nothing. With this reel, which is this Abu Garcia, it's got holes in the spool. I just tuck the line right in the spool, start reeling up right in the holes in the spool. I don't tie a knot or nothing. Whew. Yeah, my fingers don't want to really work right now. Don't want to work. They do not want to work. All right, I'll be right back. Demo. I'm trying to do a live stream. I won't be out here. That's all right. I know you don't want to be on camera.
No. You get too many views if I get on there.
I'll have all the ladies knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Who's that fine old man?
Pretty big. Fuck, it's only supposed to be 38 today.
Really?
That's what they said. The sun's gonna be all. Yeah. Fucking northwest.
Gotta take a small break real quick here. Too low. What's up? My dad's out here. He don't like being on cam. So I just take my line. I just throw it right on the ground. Reel up. This thing don't hold a whole lot of line anyway. Just my bait and lure rod, you know. This is 15-pound test. Just about good. That's it. That is it. Nail clippers, your fisherman's friend right there when you're doing line and stuff. A pair of nail clippers. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. All right, so it's a nice new line on there. We're all good to go. We will try to get out fishing at some point today. I got to do some more Christmas lights. I hate doing the Christmas lights because after I get some up, I want to put more up, and then I want to put more up, and then I want to put more up. Kind of like fishing. Every time I go fishing, I just want to keep going fishing, going fishing. Oh, I'll make some coffee here in a bit. Too loco. What up? How do you say that anyway? Too loco? Is it too loco? Yeah, it's too loco. What's up, too loco? I didn't know you could sharpen nail clippers. How do you do that? always throw them away, buy another one. You know what I'm saying? They make something special for that, I would assume. Freaking grinder. Generally, I got the reason I get new clippers because I'll lose that middle piece that pops out, or I just lose them altogether. I don't think I've ever gotten down to the point where they won't clip for line anyway. I'm talking line. Hey, Tuber Chat, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming in. That's a good channel right there, Tuber Chat. You can hook up with him, and he'll go through your channel. You know, he puts you on a wheel. If you get picked on the wheel, you eventually get picked if you hang out in the chat long enough. He runs a long chat, but it's a good one, and a lot of people connect, and you know, it's grow your channel. It's great. I love it. I've got picked up a lot of people there. Met some people. Chan to win. What's up, Chan to win? Waving the hand pinky. What's up? We're out here in Kentucky today. Kentucky, USA. I got this. We're gonna put some 30-pound Trilene Big Game. I've been using the Big Game brand since it came out back in San Francisco. It's good stuff. I can't say for the price. To me, as much line as I go through, this is the way to go for me. I buy that expensive line. It don't come with a whole lot, anyway. And this Big Game I've caught in monster sharks, stingrays, stripers, you name it. I mean, you name it. Saltwater in the West Coast, I've caught a lot of lingcod. I mean, just tons and tons, as well as freshwater. I go with the Big Game. Big game, because we're always searching for big game. You know what I'm saying? Always looking for the big game. And surprisingly, when I came out here, there's a lot of big game fishing this freshwaters out here. Yeah, Trilene Big Game, right there. I see everybody got their wrenches. All right, next to their names. So I'm glad that worked. I try to throw everybody that comes in the chat often, more than once. Make you moderator. Trying to grow the channel, right? Grow everybody's channel. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys. Don't post. Go ahead, throw your channel at me, and I don't care. That's what I do. When people are like, "Yeah, go throw your channel," I throw mine out there. It's a little trickier doing this spool, reeling this one on the 320, because you got to tie into that little part on the spool that has you tied. So you got to tie it like whatever knot. I don't care. I just do a double tie knot because if I get spooled at 250 yards, 300 yards, well, more power to it. What's that not going to stop anyway at the end of your spool from being spooled? You know what I mean? Bank, brother Bank, Stacy, he threw his out the other day. It busted his knot right off. He was low on line. I like to take some of the coil out before I start it. So I just run it through the fingers, take some of that coil out. See, it's pretty straight now. It's not too coily, whereas that is all coily up. See? It's a 10-foot rod, so I gotta stand a little bit of distance away. I like to try to stand above the spool when I'm spooling it up. I noticed with this, when you use these larger boat reels, after you put some new line on it, kind of helps to take just the weight and throw it out a few times to get it all set in your reel. It helps cut down on bird nests. I always have a trouble with bird nests on larger reels after I re-spool. Go through a couple bird nests and then that, all that stops. But yeah, that's what seems to happen. So I'll say again here on the rod here, you see this little stud looking thing on right there? That's what you tie your line to and reel up. Trying to get around that thing and make a little knot, it's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. I just kind of do like a slip knot, Like I said, I'm not worried about having this super grand knot, because if the fish gets it down to that point, you're in trouble anyway, don't matter what. Doesn't really matter what. At that point, you're grabbing your line and hand lining it. That's happened to me, I don't know, a few times on big stingrays and stuff like that, but never out in freshwater. It gets interesting when you get down to that point. Like I said, I just do a quick slip knot, and it goes right on it. Just reel away. These ones take a little while. Oh, oh, oh. Usually doesn't happen. We coiled up at the top here. I wasn't paying attention. Man, I just made a knot in my line. That is ridiculous. I gotta start all over. That is ridiculous. I wasn't paying attention, and I just knotted it up. Some people say, well, that's why I use a spool holder. That didn't matter in this case, because that's just plain and simply not paying attention. It's all right. We'll start over. You not how to spool it? Nah, it wrapped around the top. I wasn't paying attention. It was too loose. You know what I mean? You can't get away from bird nests. I don't care. You're gonna go through bird nests. It's just how it goes. John P, what's up? Good morning, John P. Yeah, he spooled himself too, loco. Stand it up so the coils are untwisted in the same direction the reel is spooling. Okay, we'll try it. Let's go for it. John P. I watched your adventure, I think it was last night you did one. We'll get a little bit of eye groove in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Batman James in the chat. I call him Big James. He sent me this reel. It's my favorite reel of all time. I've used this reel for over 20 years. It's a great reel. The real deal. All right, let me retie this knot real quick here. Yeah, I generally stand the spool up like this so it's not rolling around. And let it wrap around the top. I wasn't watching before I started. All right. Got the knot back on the stud. We're not wrapped around the top. Engage it. There we go. Takes a little while. This thing. It holds a crap ton of line. Here we go. Get her done. Getting her done. Arm gets tired out here in the cold. Bada bing, bada bing. Almost there now. I don't full these. I don't make them full, these reels. Yeah, that's good. See, now we got a bunch of line on it now. Yeah. 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 Right. I got a spinning reel I should do as well. Excuse me. It's pretty cool. I got these. I found these at the bait shop the other day. These go around your spool. Okay. These go around your spool. And they got like a little bead or something on here with some tubing. And you can just pull line out right from your spool if you're making leaders or whatever. I'll show you. See, you can like draw a line out and just suck it right back in by spinning it. Pulls the line back in. These things are actually pretty cool. You won't get all that, you know, line flying out everywhere. You know, you can use the tape that comes with it. Joan, what's up, Joan? How are you? Let me say hi. Let me catch up on chat here. All right, John. Everybody's welcome. Welcome. Throw your channel out, Joan, if you have one. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. John, what is that? Scotland? Is that the Scotland flag? I'm going to put my three-way rig back on here. lots of line. Now I fish dams a lot, you know, as you can tell. Lost your signal. He's back, baby. He's back. Scotland. Always wanted to go. Never been. I'm actually got Scottish background. I use a 3-way swivel. 1, 2, 3. And the middle, if I could show you, the middle of the swivel, that's too much crap in my hands. The middle of the swivel is where you put your leader for your hook. Then, you know, your main line, and then your weight's on the bottom. And on the weight, you use a breakaway. You use, and by what I mean by breakaway, you use a pound test that's much lighter than your leader and your main line, so it just pops right off. I'll demonstrate here in a sec. All right. So, yeah, I'll demonstrate that. That's cool. That's a good demonstration, actually. I use a lot of weight. This is a 6 ounce. Usually I'll put 2 6 ounces or 2 9s, 2 8s, because I can't find, like, you know, a pound. You know, I'm throwing in hydroelectric currents a lot, you know. Yeah, so let me demonstrate that 3-way. It's a pretty good setup. It's for snaggy spots. The 3-way swivel's for snaggy spots. John P., I'll make you a moderator and stuff. I can't do it right now on live stream, but I can do it after. I'll throw you a wrench. I'll throw most people the wrench. So I do double loop knots for my breakaway leader. You know, I'll show you. Pretty easy to do loop knots. So let me do the other end. I do double loop knots on each end of the breakaway. Then I'll cut the tags off with the handy dandy nail clippers. Okay. I lost my leader. There it is. All right, so you got your leader in the middle with the hook, right? And you'll take, let me show you, double loop knot. So that's a loop on one end of this leader and a loop on the other end, right? So you got 2 loops on each end, right? Loop right there, loop right there. And you just put it through your swivel here, whatever end, you know, and put it through the other end of your loop knot, you know what I mean? And it goes right onto your swivel, just like so. You take your weight and put the loop knot through the hole, okay? Like so. I know it's hard to see. You put it so you got it like this, and then you open your loop knot, put your weight through it, and now your loop knot's on there, right? So in theory, I fish a lot of rocks, okay? So this will be tied to the main line, right? Main line, I mean the line on your reel, okay? Your weight, your hook with your bait will be out floating around. Hey, come on, fish. Hey, come on, fish, you know. And your weight is at the bottom, right? So say you snag up, which is pretty much every time I cast out at the dams, you know, because it's a lot of crap down there, a lot of rocks. So This is 15-pound test. My main line on the rod will be 30-pound, and this is a 50-pound leader. So this 15-pound test is going to break before anything, right? So it's called a breakaway. So it'll just pop, right? So bam, just like that, the weight's off it. And that's called a breakaway, right? It's real easy. But you lose weights, you know, that's what what it's designed for, you know. So it just pops off like that. But you don't lose all your gear, all the rest of you. You don't lose your swivel, your leader, your hook, you know. That's designed for real snaggy areas, you know. And it works really well. It doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it'll snag up at the swivel and whatnot like that. You know what I mean? But that's what happens. But it does work well. If you catch a fish, it'll break. Generally, the fish will break off the leader, the weight leader anyway. So you're good there. Yeah. All right. So we'll get this here ready. Now with a 3-way swivel, I like to use Palomar knots for the swivel itself. I like to use the Palomar. You know, you can use, this clinch knot, whatever, improved, whatever. That works good. I've been using that knot for God knows how long, you know. But since I switched to Palomar, it's just for me, it's kind of an easier knot to tie. You know, so on the 3-way, if you're using the Palomar with a 3-way, you got to tie your leader on first before you tie it to your main line. You know, a little spit always helps out. Cut your tag off, you know. And then I'll Palomar knot it to my main line, you know, which you have to bring the whole leader through it. That's where it can get tricky sometimes, because you got to take your loop in and you got to bring it around your hook leader, or it won't wrap right on the swivel. So I'll take it. That's the Palomar, you know, already done. So just dump that through there, kind of like how you tie a lure on with a Palomar, and just whoop, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Put all the tags on. And that's the 3-way right there. See, your weight the breakaway part will go on this part that's done here. So that's the main line. That. Hey, Johnny, what's up, Johnny? You gonna smash down them chocolate primatalis today? I like that notification, how you did the symbols and stuff. So this rod's ready to go. Oh, don't you know? This one is ready to go. This one's ready to go. Clean up this crap over here. So this is the old line. This is the old line from the 15-pound for my lure rod, bait rod, and this is from that boat reel, which this is like pretty much done because there ain't much left. I was throwing almost all of this out, and then on the lure rod, almost throwing all that out. I re-spool my lines. My bait rod, I sometimes 2 to 3 times a week. The lure rod 2 to 3 times a week, I'll spool that sucker up. A lot of times I'm doing it when I'm fishing. I'm like, oh, it's frayed up or something like that. But with the 320 GTI, I don't have to spool it as much because it holds much more line. You know, it holds a few hundred yards. But with the 320, I can, once it gets down to a certain point, it just doesn't really throw that far. So you want to keep a good line of spool on there. But you don't want to overfill it because then you just have problems with it. I'm gonna throw this away. I'll be right back. Sun's finally coming out. Woo! Sun! Woo! Oh, what's up, Yoda? Mr. Yoda. Thanks, James, for throwing everybody out there. Don't even get me started with 10-pound tests, man. I hate 10-pound tests so damn much. Oh, I hate 10-pound test bullshit. I don't even know why they make 10-pound tests. I do way better with 8-pound tests. You give me that 10-pound test, I have all kinds of problems. One second, y'all. I'm gonna get some coffee real fast. God, I hate 10-pound tests so much. Oh, I gotta let the cat out of the car. I just put my cat in the car because he'll grab the line when I'm spooling it up. Come on, kitty. Kitty's back. Yeah. Probably like, why are you bringing me back out in the cold here? I goddamn 10-pound test, man. That's so garbage, dude. I hate 10-pound tests. Oh, hate 10-pound tests. You know, if I use 8, 6, I'm all right. I use 12-pound tests, I'm all right. I slap 10-pound test on, man. I get bird nests like crazy. I don't understand it. It's been like that my whole life. I hate 10-pound tests. I bought a spool of it a while back accidentally because I thought it was 15. And boy, I went through all the motions with that line. God, I hate 10-pound tests. Goddamn 10-pound tests. What's up, Yoda? You get any more deer? You got one. Have you got any more? It's like super. I'm about ready to do all my leaves now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is just leaves all over. There's still trees that still got them. So I've been trying to wait for them all to fall since it's fall. They're not all falling. So it's finally the last, I don't know, I'd say week. It's finally dipping to where it's cold, actually cold. You know, the highs during the day were not fall temperatures. You know, the mornings are brisk. Yeah. It's cold now. Yoda, I got a spoon bill the other day on Sunday. I was going for them stripes. The round trap snagged it. Big old thing, man. That thing was like 4 foot long. We got Christmas lights today. Finish those. Finish up the dang Christmas lights. Then we can go fishing. We got a new line now, so we gotta go fishing, right? Yeah. I knew you'd get a kick out of that damn 10-pound test. That's like bluegill for bait, man. I like to catch bluegills, but bluegills don't catch no fish out here. So I got all these bluegills. Let me show you how much bluegills I got frozen that don't catch nothing. I'll show you. Thickness. That's freaking ridiculous. Look at all this. That's all bluegills. Nothing eats them. I keep trying. I kept them. I was using them live, cut, filleted, everything. Look, I mean, there's nothing eats bluegills down here. It's all skipjack and shad, chicken livers. What's up, cat? Whew. Yeah, starting to warm up a little bit. Still chilly as heck though. Got my nose running out here. Use it. Yeah. The spoonbill? Oh man, that's a great fight. Especially because they're phytoplankton. I don't know, Johnny, if you know what phytoplankton is. I'm sure you do. It's the microscopic stuff in the water. They're a filter feeder kind of fish. So you can only snag them because they don't bite nothing. They don't chew. They don't swallow nothing but plankton through their gills, through their filter gills. Every spoonbill I got was unintentional because I throw lures. I don't throw the people use snagging rigs, which are these giant treble hooks, and they just rip into fish. And I'm not into that, So when you catch one of these things, the ones I've caught, I think I gotten 16 now, in less than 2 years since I've been out here. I've either got them on their bill, the spoon, or paddle. They call them a paddle. Or I seem to get them a lot on their gill flap. They have these huge gill flaps, and they take you for a ride, especially when you're using a lure rod. Something lightweight. These things, man. Oh boy, do they take off, and it's game on. Sometimes you gotta walk down the shore a bunch with them, and they're coming out of the water, and they're quick. They're like a torpedo in the water. Those things, whew, man, they boogie. Boogie. Hand pink waving person, turquoise wave face, red heart shaped glasses, purple, yellow diamond, hand green crystal ball. I'm not even sure what that means. I'm assuming this, like hang loose. Hang loose as a goose. We don't like them girls that are loose as a goose, though. Yeah, it's pretty nice out here in the sense of the scenery. Lots of nice scenery. Of course, when fall, everything looks dead, but it's nice out here in Kentucky. Like I said, I'm from San Francisco, so it's a change of scenery out here. I'm working on the steps. They're almost done. I got my Christmas lights going. We got to go all the way down, though, but we're getting there. It'll all get done today. It's all farmland and stuff over that way. It's basically we're surrounded by farms and woods. This is the back of the property. It's all woods all through here. Good times. Lots of animals, lots of wildlife out here. I like it. Yeah, the fat bulbs, dude. They're the new style. They're not the old school glass ones, dude. Those were my favorite. Where the paint would chip off the bulbs and stuff like that. These are the LED ones. I like the LEDs. You can put as many strings together as you want. Them old ones, you only put 3 or 4 together, and they pops those damn fuses. Trying to get that fuse cover off, and man, that sucks. Trying to put a new fuse in there can't make it any harder. Yeah, I like the big bulbs. We like everything big. Oh, what you doing, kitty? Kitty's over here trying to take line from a rod. Crazy ass cat. Actually, I got another rod. I got to reel up too. I forgot. Excuse me. Excuse I'm gonna throw this cat back in the car. This is my other rod. This is a 9-footer. Got a good deal on it. This is an old it's an old pin reel right here. It's a 105 CS pin. It's a saltwater reel. Just like the 320 GTI is a saltwater reel, you know. But saltwater reels, I need big gear because I'm fishing big structures, big water. Watch out, cat. This cat's already trying to get my line. Stupid cat. All right, kitty. But yeah, we'll throw some. I like to use anywhere from 25 to 30 on this spinning reel. You get much more than that. It just doesn't like. Doesn't like. Doesn't like. I mean, you really don't. Personally, I've been using 30-pound test line in saltwater, catching. I mean, massive sharks, massive stingrays, huge giant halibuts, big rock cods. I don't really go over 30 pounds. You know, I'll use a 50 to 150-pound leader, depending. You know, not out here, not in freshwater, 150-pound leader, but even steel leaders. And I don't rarely do I have my mainline break on 30-pound test. You know, let's go ahead and get this one spooled up too, because this one's low on line too. It's looks like Kitty's gonna take it all. She got it in her mouth. This one's not throwing as good either because it's a little too low on line. You know. So we'll just take this line off. Yep. Yep. We're just all the way on the ground now. This line's kind of shocked too anyway. Thing throws so good. So impressive. Just ride. For a 9-footer, it really flings it out there. Well, it's like rodeo at the end. Yeah, see, there wasn't even much line on there. All around. All right. No issues here. Something going on here. Something going on here. Oh, wow. That line's buried in there. Kind of slow doing this, but usually I just have it sitting on the ground. Yeah, this line's toast. It's all bound up in there. It's been on here too long. It actually has a good amount of line on it still. These saltwater spinners, they hold a ton of line. All right, there we go. Bust that off. Cat's trying to get wrapped up in it. Come on, kitty. Stop messing with me. Yeah, that's the whole line. There's actually a decent amount of line on this one. Casters, what's up, Casters? Good morning, man. It's 9 o'clock here. Where I was just hanging out with Casters, watching Daz, watching them fish the beach. Water was going out on them. I gotta throw this away. Whew. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. We're back. We're back. We're back. You drink a lot of coffee, you gotta do a lot of, going to the bathroom. Yeah. We don't use no bathroom on this channel. Shoot, we should just went right out there, That's what I usually do, but not on camera. Ah, yeah. How's everyone doing this morning, man? What's everybody up to today, man? It's cold across most of the country, not so much on the West Coast, but the Northwest it is. But, can't wait to get back out to San Francisco, man. I'll be there hopefully by summer or down in Texas. One of the two. 3 p.m. there. Yeah. 3 p.m. I tuned into Daz. I got his notification at 4 in the morning. I got up at 4. That's when I usually get up at 4 o'clock. And I got his notification. I forgot to even click on it until 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. 7:08 in Cali, you know it. Man, I miss Cali so much. That's where I grew up, Johnny. I grew up in San Francisco. In the Bay Area. Northern Cal. A lot of people think Northern California is as warm as Southern California. It's not, Where you at, Johnny? Like Imperial Valley or something like that? Orange County or something? I know you're not in LA. I would guess you're not in LA anyway. I had some friends all over down south, man. Apple Valley, LA, Orange County, all the way down to San Diego, Santa Barbara, When we were young, my buddies went to college, it was like 18, 19. We go to Santa Barbara. We go party down there with them at Isla Vista. Oh my gosh, that was like the biggest party scene I ever seen. And then we go down to UC San Diego. When I had friends going to college there, they're like, come on down for like Halloween or something like that. Man, it was some of the most epic parties. College parties, man. Whew. They're amazing. They're amazing. $15 degrees. Woo! There we go, Grumpy. Man, 15 degrees. I don't miss that. You know, I lived some time when when I was real young. I lived out in Chicago, outside Chicago, all around. And then I lived in Springfield, Illinois for a little while before we moved out west. Man, Illinois gets cold. Jesus. Man, ice storms and stuff like that, you know? Yeah. You know, so yeah. I don't know what time I'm gonna get out fishing today. Won't be till later. Like I said, I got a few things to do. But finally the fall temperature in the water is finally there. You know, keep going through this fluctuation because we would get warm, cold, warm, cold. This fall wasn't fall around here hadn't really set in till about the last week or two. You know, so finally we got like average water temperature. It's not fluctuating so much. You know, and then we get all the water coming from up north, comes down here, all that cold water. Actually, no, we still got a little. I guess we do got a little bit more temperature range dropping water temps. But it's still in the 60s, up in the mid 60s, something like that. Fort Irwin or Barstow. Oh man, Barstow. Oh geez, there's nothing out in Barstow, man. None but farms. It smells like poop when you go down the highway from all the cattle. Oh man. You know, since I left Cali, man, there's like no drama. -6 caster. Whoo. Oh, that's Celsius, which that means that's like negative, 20 on the Fahrenheit. Oh man, that's a bummer. What is it? I got a temperature scale. What's -6? Shoot, my thermometer don't even go there. 0, -6. Okay, so you're like caster's like 20 in the low 20s on the Fahrenheit. You know, that's still freezing. Yeah, Britain don't get too warm out there anyway, man. It's always foggy. Yeah, exploding meth labs, dude. You ain't not kidding. You know, we used to go to Barstow there used to be this big rat rod car show in Barstow. I forgot exactly where in Barstow. But man, we go down there a lot. You know, me and my buddies, we had rat rods and stuff, and we go bombing down there. But that was the only thing, in Barstow. And then, if we went to Barstow, we go to Pismo Beach and hang out in Pismo. Pismo was cool. I laugh painfully. That's right. I'm telling you. Grumpy's like 21.2. 21.2. Yeah, that's cold, man. It's just cold all over. If you're not down south and by the equator, getting towards those areas, fall, man. It's fall, winter. Fall and winter. Good thing about around here, being a fisherman, the water doesn't freeze up over here, which is good for me. I could be fishing where the rest of the country isn't. So we'll see what we can get. All kinds of stuff comes floating through here. I'm connected to the Mississippi River. I got the Ohio River coming this way. I got the Cumberland coming this way, and I got Tennessee River. And they all meet in the Ohio, which meets into the Mississippi. So I'm all connected, no dams. So I get all kinds of fish all throughout the year coming in, different sorts of species coming in. So it's always fun over here. I'm always catfishing. I always have a catfish rod out, but there's all some of this other stuff coming in. I'm slinging lures and whatnot. Yeah, it's 9:15 here in the morning. This is Central Standard Time in America. What's up, Johnny? You don't have any hot sauce in your coffee? You really do great, Johnny, on your channel, man, because you really interact real well with everybody, and it's fun to listen to you. I really enjoy your channel, man. I like it a lot. I take a lot of tips. I try to take tips and try to interact as much as possible. But when I'm fishing, it's a little harder, to keep up with the chat. But today it's a little easier, because we're not fishing. I should put some hot sauce in my coffee, get some pep in my step. In fact, I'm about out of coffee. It's cold out here, man. It's getting windy now, so the wind gets you that chill in your face. I think I missed some here. Yeah, the car scene is awesome, dude. Pomona, man, I got to go to Pomona Raceway. I used to work on a pit crew team. It was called Southwest Tour. It was like a few stages under NASCAR. And one of my construction buddies, his father owned a race team, and I was the tire guy and the jack guy because I used to work on semi trucks. So handling race car tires and jacks, it was like I had one hand the wheels. I was just like and just slap them right on, dude. I was actually really good. And we used to we raced at Pomona, and that track is big. It's a big track. Man, that was a lot of fun. I used to love those days. We used to have NASCAR pit passes. That was part of being in that sanction. And any NASCAR race event, I can go anywhere in the pits, walk around because I got my pit pass. I talked to all kinds of drivers and stuff like that. We used to have a fire suit and a helmet. I did that for about 2 seasons. And then I don't know, I went on to something else. I did a lot of things. A lot of people surprised. I've done so much things. I loved growing up because I got to dabble in everything you could think of. Not everything, but a lot of things. I did so many things. Like I got stories for days, man. It's so fun. California is really a fun place to grow up because there's just so much to do all year round. Weather doesn't really affect you unless you're up in the mountains. There's great nightlife, great daytime life. But the politics have gotten real bad out there. If you're into that, you know what I mean? Taxes are really ridiculously high. It's like 36% or something like that, Johnny. But it's a great place to live. It really is. I love it. If it wasn't, for all the drama, it'd be probably the best place to live in America. The weather, you just can't beat it. This all year round is good weather. In winter it ain't even that bad unless you're in the mountains. And LA's got a lot of good car shows too. A lot of good car shows. Whew. I need some more coffee. I have to brew some. I got some instant though. I like instant coffee. A lot of turbo in that. I still remember getting into town out in the track in Pomona, making a 9-second pass on the car with a PVC roll cage. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man. Johnny worked in the shop with NASCAR drivers. All right. Did you know ESAUs? No, I didn't. Yeah, PVC is totally safe, man. My chat's a little slow. Yeah, California would not let you go. If you owe them anything, they would not let you go. You want Riverside? No, I don't. I haven't kept up with racing in a long time. Ever since NASCAR turned into football, where you can't even touch the driver or touch a quarterback, I kind of don't watch as like I used to. I still watch my Niners, but I'm not like huge fan no more. I like the old school racing days. You could take someone out. Now you tap them, they're like, you're suspended. Kind of sucks. I'm gonna get some coffee, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, spilling my coffee. Spilling my coffee now. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Ooh, the cat will entertain us. What are you doing, cat? What are you doing? That's a good cat. His sister got kidnapped by we think either a coyote or a hawk got her. She's just gone. You know. We just call that simply black cat. The other cat was white cat because she was all white. He's all black. So, you know, you just keep the name simple, right? You know? Yeah. Got the instant coffee going. Give some coffee to the cat. Come here, cat. Want some coffee? Hey, kitty. Want some coffee? Said nope, I don't want no coffee. Yeah, it's too bad. That white kitty was really cool, man. She was huge, man. She was double the size of that one, and he's a boy. I don't know. They came from the same mom. I don't know how that one, but something took her. Something took her to make her part of the food chain. You know, you live out in the woods, by the woods. That's what happens, I guess. Usually, back home, like around back in the San Francisco area, would be a raccoon taking a cat. You know. Look where you live at now, man. Where you at? V8, what's up, brother? V8, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, NASCAR's changed so much too, loco. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just these sports are turning into like football. You can't play the game no more. You know, they put so much regulation. NASCAR is boring to watch. It's not fun and entertaining anymore. The last 4 laps and a restart is my favorite part of NASCAR anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even watch highlights anymore. ESPN sucks. I mean, ESPN, they had like top 10 the other day. They had a spelling bee, someone from the spelling bee up here. There ain't no sport. Spelling ain't a sport. Come on. What the hell? You know? Beyond the Hook. What's up, Beyond the Hook? How are you? Good morning. Glad you stopped by. I hope everyone's having a good morning so far. Yeah, man. Sports used to be so entertaining 10, 15 years ago. And they slap so much rules and regulation on them now. It's downright boring watching them now. You know? Like baseball, it's got an instant replay. What the hell you need an instant replay in baseball? I mean, come on. What's the point of having the judges, the referees, the umpires? What's the point? You know? Just take them out of the game. You know? It's a rant and ramble morning here. Yeah. The no prep drag, yeah. Disney Outlaws, crappy, yeah, the fake street Disney cats. Oh man, those shows are so scripted now. You know, if you're not with the conformity, you're out. You know what I mean? You're not on TV. TV. I don't watch TV much anymore unless it's an event. Really, I watch YouTube and stream. I stream other stuff. You know, I don't even care for it anymore. News is terrible. News is like you watch the news, it's just a big bummer. You know, it's a bummer. You turn on the news and it's a bummer. I understand there's a lot of crap goes on in the world, but for as much crap they show, they don't equal it out with good stuff. You know, like things that are great in the world. But that's the news for you. You know. I mean, the days of like super hot weather girls, I mean, those are over even. You know. Oh yeah, it's starting to pick up the wind here. F1 is a sport for us in the UK. Yeah, I like F1, actually. I watch F1. Not as often as I used to, but I dig F1. I like the Le Mans series too. You know, I like all them. Those ones still racing. You know what I mean? But there's not a whole lot of bumping and grinding in that anyway, because you want your car to survive. You know, all the open wheel. I watch Anthony J. Anthony J all day. Woo! You know? Yeah. You know. We got 11 people in here. I can't believe it. That's the most I think I've ever had. That's a great morning for me. You know? I gotta spool this other reel up here. I gotta throw the cat back in the car so she doesn't mess it up. News is scripted too. You better believe it. Every day there's a new emergency to steal out money. You know it. Every day. Every single day. You know it. You already know. Someone said I just subscribed. Beyond the Hook. Thanks, Beyond. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. You know. Bass Fishing with Paul. What's up, Bass Fishing with Paul? How are you? How are you? Good morning. I'm sorry I missed you there. I'm scrolling back up the chat here. Man, I know this has just been running since I came out here this morning. Yeah, football is most liked in the UK, which we call soccer. You know, in America, we call it soccer. You know. That's Fishing with Paul. I believe I subscribed to your channel already. Yeah, and I appreciate the subscribe back. You know. Yeah. So I guess we better throw this damn cat back in the car and reel this other rod up here. This is good coffee. I like that. I've got the Folgers Instant. Already ran through the pot of coffee. I drink a lot of coffee in the morning. A lot. I get up at 4. So come 6, 7 o'clock, I'm already 8 cups deep. You know. No, that's not Paul Wall. That's not Paul Wall, Grumpy. He just got off work yesterday. He done a 3-day shift. He got a deer too. I guess I have to send you some pictures. Yeah, go ahead and share your links out, man. I went through and made everybody I went through past chats, and since I'm on StreamYard, I can't do it as StreamYard's going, but I can go back. I'll make everybody moderators too that have been in here. But right now I can't do it. My hands are kind of tied with it. Yeah, but share your links out. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. If you check out Johnny's channel, man, he's got a great channel, fantastic commentary. Tries to burn his face off every time he's on YouTube, you know. My ancestors who invented football idols to the heads of the fallen enemies and had to kill the true hoop. I miss the good old days. Yeah, you ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You said you were stationed out in Barstow. Thanks for your service, man. You know, anybody that's military in here, thank you for your service, man. Appreciate it. A lot of my family has been in the military. When 9/11 hit, like we were watching, me and my father were going to work. He was dropping me off, and I was because we worked real close together, and we heard on the news, you know, a plane hit one of the towers. You know, we're like, you know, just everybody thought it was a freak accident. I get to work and we have a TV there. Turn on the TV, boom! I literally like turned it on. I saw the second plane hit the second tower. I was like, oh, we're under attack, you know. And then a little bit later, it tells about that other airplane that went down, and then it shows the Pentagon get hit. And I said, what? I said, we're at war instantly. And at my job, we had this big flag on the roof. I went up there, ripped the flagpole down, put the flag on this other pole, and went to the recruiter's office. I went to the Marines, the Army. I went to the Navy. I can't go to the Air Force. I don't have no college education. But I went and tried to sign up. All their computers are down, whatever. But I got to taking the tests and stuff. But I was on probation at the time. And they're like, oh, I passed all the tests except for, are you on probation? Because I have to go get a judge's permission. They're like, no, you can't sign up. I'm like, I'm ready to go now. I went up to the Marines and I had my flag. They had this planter box. I just stuck it right in the planter box. They weren't even there yet. I'm like waiting, like open up, put me on a bus. I kept telling them, put me on a bus. Let's go. And, but I couldn't go because when I got in front of the judge, can you believe this? Listen to this. This judge, I go, hey, judge, I need you to let me off. It was just probation. It wasn't parole or nothing like that. It was just some misdemeanor cases. And the judge is like, you're trying to take the easy way out. You're not going into the services. I was like, what are you talking about? And well, I couldn't go because pretty much for years on end, I couldn't get off probation and wound up on parole at one point. But that's the past. I live for the future now. But I thought that was such a bummer. Yeah, I don't know. Me, I've been in the construction world a long time, and why things collapse and come down, things happen. I can't tell you why. I understand why the towers fell. I mean, that makes perfectly sense. Heat and steel. I'm a welder as well, so heat and steel does not mix. If you're trying to keep it straight and upright, then your floors a pancake down and whatnot. Those towers, they were built for an airplane to hit them, but not a jumbo jet full of fuel. Two of them, And once your foundations get compromised, being so close together, that doesn't help either. Whatever. We can go on for days about that stuff. Days. All right. 351. Thanks, man, for sharing it out. Yeah, that's what a lot of people said. The server is not the easy way out. I couldn't believe the judge said that to me. I was heartbroken because I was like heartbroken. I was like, what? This is the time. This is the call of duty here. Like my uncle's father's grandparents, they had their call of duty, and I thought this was it. It was it. It was it. And when the judge said no, you can't go, it just it really made me dislike my local government a lot. That I had rebelled after that for a long time. A long time. Because I was like, fuck the system. Excuse my language. Especially for some piss ass misdemeanors. I wanted to be part of the family that was in the military so bad. That sucked. I'm 43 now. That's over 25 years and probably more than that. Whatever is what it is. 351, you're the man. 351, he's always helping out, always in the chat, always throwing a thumbs up, dude. He's always sharing out. If you ask him, and if he's still watching and stuff, man, he'll be like, got you, dog. I got you. No problem. Yoda, he's grumpy, as you can see from his name, Grumpy Yoda. And if you want to check out some really good crappie fishing and just fishing in general, 351 is a great channel. He really puts it down. Yeah, we're just talking shit today. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on in the world today. I don't think the world's ever been at peace. People can't get along, no matter what. Just sucks. always some crap going on. Someone always bitching, complaining. You know. Don't regret doing it. Chiloka says, I don't regret doing it. Definitely worth it now after retiring at 42, but it wasn't easy. Pretty much destroyed my family. I've heard that from a lot of people in the military. A lot of people. You know. My aunt and uncle, my uncle was he was stationed in Germany for a long time. He was in the army for I think 30 years. He was like E5 or something like that. He was up there. Um, he just passed away last year, and kind of tore his family up. They're always on the move, always something, you know. But I've heard that from a lot of people, a lot of people. But that's the military, man. It ain't easy. There ain't nothing easy about it, you know. Chan to win, vlogger, vlog. It's a funny word, vlog. It's a vlog. Hey, vlog. Sounds Eastern Bloc. Vlog. I know what it means, but I'm just saying. All right, everybody connect, man. Grab up. Grab up. You know. Every channel, man, they should grow with each other, man. You know. The smaller YouTuber channels, you know, they always need help. Everybody needs help. You know. Me, I don't care. You know, whatever. We get to 1,000, we get to 500, we get there. No problem. You know. Once I actually start recording more fishing, I'll have more videos up. I get some fantastic fish. I really do. You know, for someone that rocks the bank, I kill it. I don't care what anybody says. You know, I got all the photos and pictures to prove it. I just got to get new stuff on film because I wasn't recording stuff before. I would do like little release shots. That's why I got a lot of shorts. I got a lot of shorts because I would just show releasing whatever I caught. You know, I wouldn't be recording nothing. You know, but I could put a lot of boats. I can put a lot of boats. You put me up against people in boats, I'll give them a run for their money. I will brag. Catfish season is kind of it's not over. It's just in this weird period right now. And I won't even say it's fall transition because it was kind of even before fall. The catfishing just went down, just all over around here. You know, boats were catching, but they're way out. I mean, way out in these crazy spots. You know, and they weren't even doing that great. But we'll get into them again here. But like I said, I catch everything, so I'm not limited to just catfishing. That is my primary fishing, though. But I like to throw lures too. You know, being up against these dams, you never know what's lurking over here. It's the big, giant everything. Everything is huge. You know, huge. You just never know. I keep getting PBs. You know, and I think I'm like maxed out, and then bam, some monstrous something else comes by. There's another PB, you know, and I'm like, man. So like about rivers fishing, you never know. They can just grow unlimited, you know, and there's a lot of oxygen in the water for these guys. Tons of bait, you know. But the crappies, I'm struggling with them on the river. I can't find them. I mean, I've just scoured the rivers over here for crappie, and I cannot find them. I can only find them in the lake, and I don't fish the lakes much. You know, I'm primarily the river. Like I said, I'm in between 3 rivers, and not far from the Mississippi either. So that's 4. You know. Oh, yeah. Is that a challenge, Tom? Grumpy, you know you can't challenge me, man. You can't challenge me, especially in the striped suits. I got you. You already know. Nah, Grumpy Yoda, man. He really is. I'll tell you what. That he is the white bass king of Illinois, as far as I'm concerned. Me and Grumpy Yoda, we've been friends for over a year now. We actually met up A while back, I don't know, year and a half ago, I guess, before last Thanksgiving. Uh, and I tell you what, he's a great person right there, Grumpy Yoda. We all met on this fishing app called Fish Angler. That's how I met Big James on here, Fat Man James, Grumpy Yoda. I met those two off that app. I haven't met up with Fat Man James yet, but I met up with Grumpy Yoda and a couple other guys a few times. I met some other people off it. And Grumpy Yoda, man, he's a good guy. He really catches the hell out of them white bass, man. Nice ones, too. You know, it's been the musky man lately. Yeah. Let me catch up on some chat here. Oh, yeah, what happened with your wife, dear Paul? Is she all right? I hope everything's going good, you know. You always want everything to go good. All right, be on the hook. You got it. All right, all right, all right. So look, it's not the people, it's the government. It is the government, man. The people ain't trying to do all this crap, man. We just trying to live. That's it. Just trying to live. You know what? I mean, what do people really want to do? They just want to live, survive, make babies. You know what I mean? Eat. This government causes all this crap. You know what I mean? Worried about this, worried about that. You know, if you got a weaker country, the bigger country comes and invades you. What are you gonna do? You know, with the exception of that, do those people even want to do that? No, it's the government. Whatever. I don't even want to get started. I hate the government. I don't hate the government. The government has not been nice to me. I won't say I'm opposed. You know, God bless America. You know, and God bless democracy. You know, but sometimes it gets a little twisted. You know what I mean? I started a channel called the Political Bullshit Hour. We have 500 people up in there bitching. Oh man. Yeah, she's doing good. Bass Fishing with Paul says, yeah, she's doing good, better than thought. Had major stomach surgery. Oh man, major stomach surgery. Oh, I've never had any surgeries. I just had a tooth pulled the other day. That's the first time I ever lost a tooth. When broke it, I broke my tooth, and it had to come out. Yeah, that sucks. Where you at? Where you live at, Bass Fishing? Where you live at? Anybody going to CapCon in February? I'm gonna try. It's only in Louisville, you know, right? And I'm in Kentucky, so it's just a few hours away. I'm gonna try to make it. You know, you should be blushing, Grumpy Yoda. You should be. I just found out there was nice crappie in my river. Never caught one in over 10 years here. Been trying. I tried yesterday, no luck. I'm going for one for the year's over. That's right, man. You got to get it before it freezes up on you. You know what, Yoda? That's the good one. I don't talk politics or religion with anyone I care about. That's true, because that will cause drama between people you care about. You know, politics tend and religion, when people tend to get upset, they can't have a conversation about it. People get really upset about it. You know what I mean? So it's not that I don't like to talk about it. I try to avoid it for the same reason. You know, people start wanting to yell and this and that. People cut you off. They won't let you finish what you're saying. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's this one channel I watch, my friend Wayne, and it says on his bot, you know, he's got a chat bot. It says, no religion or politics or you're booted. I like that guy. He's a pretty good guy. He's a pretty good guy. His name's Wayne Custom Screen Printing. I'm pretty sure that's the name of his channel. Check him out. He does a lot of lives throughout the day. Hey, thanks a lot, Beyond the Hook. Appreciate it. Bass Fishing Paul, Dorset, England, on the south coast. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? I do remember you saying that you were in England one time. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, watch hours. Watch hours. when we get real serious about this channel, we'll get this channel really kicking off. You know, but sometimes it's hard to get into the community because some people don't like the way you talk. Like I talk when I text, I do cap locks. You know what I mean? Because it's just easier for me to read as well. And people are like, take off. You're yelling. You're yelling. I'm like, how do you yell through a text? It's beyond me. You know, I've actually had people say, you're out of here because you're using cap locks. And it's like, what? Okay, whatever. You know, like it's ridiculous. You know, that's what you got on your channel too. No politics or religion. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You know what I mean? You know, having a fishing channel, that doesn't come up too much. You know what I mean? But it does come up every now and then. You know? Oh, boy, that coffee's running through me. I'm going to have to use the bathroom again. Watch the cat. We're back. What's up, kitty? You're not doing no entertainment? High five. Low five. Yeah. All right, Johnny. We'll catch you later, brother. You have a good day. I'll be checking out. I got your notifications on. I'll check you out later. We'll see if your face melts off or not. You know, little peppers and stuff. Been doing a few lives, rig making while I can't get out. That's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. What kind of rigs and stuff is it like? Do you have like a kind of like a specialty rigs and stuff? I'll have to check them out because I hadn't. I'm pretty sure I got your notifications on. Maybe I don't. What's weird? I'll subscribe to someone's channel and I'll put the notification for all. And then someone will do a live or have a new video. I don't get it till after the fact, or like a day or two later. I look, and I finally get notified, and it's like the live's already gone, or their new video is like 2 days old, and I'm like, what's going on here? So I don't know what's up with YouTube sometimes. With that. We might get to meet you at CatCon. Yeah, dude, totally, bro. I'm totally down. Like I said, if I do go, I plan to have my shirt on. It says Anthony J all day, so that way just if anyone does, does recognize me or my channel, let's say hi. Like I said, I'm on Fish Angler app. I got almost 1,300 posts. It's pretty much my whole fishing career since I've been in Kentucky. My name is HSK VIP H money sign K Tone Rock on there. You'd have to find me because I got all these symbols and crap in my name. I got to change it so it's just easy to find. But it's on an app called Fish Angler. Sea rigs. If anyone wants to know how to make a rig, I will show them. All right, Bass Fishing with Paul. Yeah, I do a lot of. I pretty much make all my own stuff except for lures, swivels. But I do all my own rigs too, man. That's how fishermen are. We make our own stuff. You know what I mean? If you can. It's not like we're going to make a reel or a rod. You can make rods. It's a little tougher making a reel. But, you got a nice little machine shop and some molds. Maybe you'd be all right making a reel. Yeah, CatCon's going to be big this year. Just keeps getting bigger. You know, it's finally warming up. All this fishing talk, I don't even know if I want to put up the rest of the lights. We're gonna have to do that. Anybody else fishing today? I know Yoda's not. He done put his boat up already. You get that other boat with that other motor yet? There, Yoda? Yoda's got like 3 boats. Only one works. Ah. I had to spool up this other reel. I keep talking about it, but I ain't doing it. Before I moved, I used to make rigs for local shop. Where are you too, buddy? Where are you too, buddy? I don't know the last part. You too, buddy. I don't know. Where are you too, buddy? I love making. Two Loca says, I love learning to tie new rigs. I'm trying to fly fishing furl leaders right now. Yeah, fly fishing, man. That's a whole. Boy, that's a whole. Man, that's endless. Tying all them flies and whatnot. You know, we used to tie these big hair jigs, hair jig flies like this for striped bass back home in California. You know, slinging them out there, man. They would hit those things, man. But that's a whole different method of fishing there. You get obsessed with tying flies, and you get to the point where you're like, I can make one better. I can make one better. Oh, this one will work. This one will work. You know. And then you lose it. You're like, damn it! It took me an hour to make that. I'm in Kentucky, USA. That's like the middle of the country, kind of. Pretty much in the middle. I border the Mississippi River. Like I don't know, 40 miles from the Mississippi River. But I'm in a good spot. I got rivers surround me, and that's where I'm at. I'm from San Francisco Bay Area, San Francisco, and yeah. But there's lots of water out here. There's lots of lakes, ponds, rivers. I mean, it's pretty endless for fishing, freshwater. Anyway, most of my background is saltwater fishing on the west coast of America. Yeah, to look and see, that's what I mean about the flies. You don't even want to lose them, and they're so pretty looking. They're individual trophies. You're just like, man, I don't even want to use this. But I've never done fly fishing for like trout or nothing like that. It's always been for like big game stripers, stuff like that, and different, excuse me, types of perches and rockfish out in the ocean. But we're tying, big flies, kind you can throw out with a spinning reel or a bait caster. Yeah, I know Stuart's a fish whisperer. Yeah. How do you not know him? Yeah, he was on the beach the other day fishing. I couldn't watch too much, but I've seen him do a couple fly tying and then catching some trout and stuff out there. Yeah. He's one that don't like me texting in cap locks. Always, don't goddamn it, Tony, stop texting in the goddamn caps. But he's all right. I like him. I think he just got his 3,000 watch hours. It's like a milestone, Yeah. Caster. You already know. He's all right though. He's harmless, But whatever. Like I said, you're not gonna like everybody. Everybody ain't gonna like you. That's how it is. Whatever. I can care less. You know, whatever. I still check them out though because I like them. You know. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out later on. I tend to check out more YouTube stuff later on in the day as opposed to at the moment because right now I'm just like doing stuff like that. You know. Did he block you? Oh man. Oh man. How did he block you? I didn't even know you could block you. Did he block you from chat or just his channel all the way? Yeah, I know. He upset some people a while back with some fishing tournament because he like wimped out of it or something while the tournament was going on. You know, it was actually kind of funny watching. But hey, you know, whatever. Like I said, whatever. You know, yeah, I'm interested. I'll check out that. You know, yeah, he's a little sensitive, but that's all right, man. Whatever. Everybody's a little sensitive in a way. You know, I've had to learn to adjust because some people don't like the way I release fish because I just throw them. I'm just like, whoosh, see you later. You know, a lot of people, well, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Well, whatever. You know, people get upset about releasing a fish. You know, like whatever. I understand if they're winded, you revive them. Okay, I get that. Okay, but that's not the case with usually with fish I catch. They're out of the water for 2 3 minutes maybe. You know, I'm pretty fast. I've caught so much fish and it's automatic. See you later. I don't keep fish 'cause I don't eat fish. So every fish I catch, if it's not bait, I'll keep it if I need bait. Otherwise, everything gets thrown back. Yeah, yeah. On party boats, like when we go on charter boats and stuff, or friends' boats, you know, we catch all the game fish. You know, the prize fish. I throw them back. Everybody just like, "What are you doing? What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Hey, that's how we fish. I would have kept that. I bet you would have." You know? Yoda, he's always giving me a hard time. Man, I can't believe you throw those goddamn stripers back. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's catch up on the. That's because he had a major nervous breakdown. Oh yeah, well I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, drop the link to you, Loco. It's all good. I was watching Daz earlier. You know, I don't have a whole lot of the time frames are so different that it's hard for me to catch lives, but I catch up the videos. You know, a lot of carp fishing going on. I like catching carp, but it's there's the river, especially at dams. It's kind of hard to catch carp. I tend to snag them with my lures more than anything. Um, but I don't really do like the pack bait and all that kind of stuff. You know. Oh, I already know, Yoda. I already know. It's your purpose to give me a hard time. I already know. And I love you for it. I love you for it. That's why I try to dish a little bit back. But it doesn't phase the grumpy Yoda. You know. Oh, man. Yeah, Yoda, he's a great guy, man. He really is. He's a great guy. Oh, I'm glad I met him in person. You know. He actually sent me a pretty cool shirt. Uh, I'll go get the shirt that Yoda sent me. Hold on a sec. Well, it's all dirtied up and wrinkled. I forgot what it was the other day. But anyway, it says catfishing. Catfish. Something for men, unlike bass fishermen. You know, it's kind of like a rip on bass fishermen. And cat fishermen and bass fishermen, just kind of like a rivalry in America. Like bass fishermen, they snub their nose at cat fishermen. You know what I mean? Like, oh, whatever. You know. But oh yeah, it says catfishing. I forgot what it says. I don't even know. Yoda's like, you idiot. Conger eels. Two Locos like watching them catch them conger eels. Two Loco, he's one hell of a good guy. Or Bass Fisherman Paul, he's one hell of a good guy. I'm gonna do teams with him soon. Yeah, V8. I catch skipjack all year round, dude. Like all year round. They're always here. I got 3 different rivers that they come up. So I got 3, miles of river to find them. And I know where they're at. So it's like I really don't have an issue with just around maybe just after peak summer around here. They're a little bit smaller, but like right now they're like in the 2 to 3 pound range. I actually have to. My bait freezer needs to get some. I'll be doing some skipjack fishing here pretty soon. We travel from Oklahoma up to catch them. Oh, you do? Oh, wow. I met people from whole bunch of different states out here getting skipjack. So they work well for you, V8 up there, Oklahoma. Where do you go? Do you go up to Kentucky Dam or what? Excuse me. Yeah, that's what it says, Yoda. It says catfishing, like bass fishing, but for men. I've had a few bass fishermen in the bait shops look at me and just give me the stink eye. I make sure they see the shirt too. I'm always like, yeah. I fish for bass, but more of the striped bass, as opposed to like largemouth bass and stuff like that. I've caught tons and tons of bass when I was younger. It's not that I don't like catching them or some I knows. I just I like catching bigger fish. You know what I mean? Yeah, Barkley Dam and Kentucky Dam. What time do you guys come up? You guys come up in the springtime? Dude, I don't know if my email's on my channel, but you can email me, man, and I'll meet up with you. I'll help you catch them. You know what I mean? Like, I got no problem with that. I could even let you know April 1st part. Oh, okay, yes, great time. Great time. We'll definitely have to link up, man, and I'll help you guys fill up your coolers and stuff. You guys do like the weekend trip kind of deal or what? Yeah, Yoda. This is year round down here. You already know. Once you guys freeze up, that's it. Unless you're into that ice fishing, which I'm not. I'm not into wearing, 3,000 elevation foot kind of clothes to go fish on a level lake. You know what I mean? In a hut. All these ice fishermen do. They get drunk most of the time anyway. You're drunk, Yoda. Wild Fan, what's up, Wild Fan? Wild Fan, he's got a great channel. He just hit 1,600 subscribers. Throw your link out, Wild Fan. I'm pretty sure you got the wrench. Throw your link out, man. You can get maybe some more people can get you to your channel. Yeah, 4 days and bring up. Yeah, 4 days and bring up a small deep freeze. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. For sure, dude. I'll definitely help you out if you're down here. I should be here still in April, so yeah, we'll catch the heck out of them things. Skipjack, and they're fun to catch for such a smaller fish. Boy, they come leaping out of the water. They come jumping this way. You lose them and whatnot. You guys make sure you subscribe to Southern Wildfin. It's a good channel right there. He's out of North Carolina, and he's a good dude. He's entertaining. Catches some really nice fish. Yeah, for sure. He's got a great video. He just rocked some blue cats the other day. You know, he gets on them big flatheads. Oh man, great channel. You know, yeah, we had love catching them. Yeah, they're fun, man. They're fun. They're fun. You know, what do you guys throw out to grubs and sabikis and stuff like that? Usually, I'll use sabiki, uh, and I use these. Let's see. I got my fishing bag right here. I'll show you what I use. This is my whole fishing life is in this bag. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. So I use a trolling weight and stuff. I'll show you here. These are 30-pound, uh, 45-pound mainline, and the flies coming off the mainline are 40-pound. So like, if you snag one of them carps, which happens, bank fish. What's up, Stacy? What's up, bro? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. I like using these heavy pound flies, these sabikis, because you won't lose them if you get into one of them silver carps and stuff like that. You know. And it's a bigger hook. They're bigger hooks than your typical sabiki. Sabiki? Always love saying that. Sabiki. But they're tangly. They like to tangle up. You think I would know what I'm doing here. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. These things aren't easy to... I like to reuse them a lot, so until all the flies are gone. But yeah, so this is your typical sabiki rig. You know, this one. I think I lost. Yeah, I lost the top fly on this one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Usually there's anywhere from 5 to 6. But you see these hooks? They're bigger than your normal sabiki fly. Like I don't know if you can see the hook. Yeah, see they're like kind of hard to see, but they're big for a sabiki fly, and it really locks into them really good. Into skipjacks, they shake like crazy. You lose them. You lose. I don't care if you're not skipjacking if you're not losing them at the same time. You know what I mean? Well, this is 40 pounds. These are 45-pound mainline, and then the ones that the flies are, I forgot the name of it. What you call it? It's like a tagline almost. These are 40-pound. So man, dude, like, because them silver carps that get in the way. If you got these heavy ones, they won't break. You can pull in the carp. Yeah, this is the sabiki styles I use. Yeah, a little bit jiggly. But I use a 2-ounce trolling weight. Actually, this one's 1.5. Depends on how hard the current's ripping. If you want your sabiki for skipjack, you want your sabiki kind of floating on top. Because the skipjacks, they're predators. So they're always coming from the bottom and coming up and ambushing whatever it is they're going for. You know what I mean? So you want to use that, or use like a silver dollar weight, because it'll cut on the current, and it'll push your weight up. It'll keep your sabiki, going on top. I also use Foley spoons. See if I got one here. Boop, 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 boop. This is another one, good one for skipjack is the rooster tail. And the rooster tail is good for all kinds of stuff, you know. But the white one, that's a good one for skipjack. But you only catch it one at a time, you know. I don't see my spoons. Even these larger spoons, they'll catch skipjack, you know. Really anything flashy that isn't too big, they'll go. I mean, I've caught a lot of skipjack on rattle traps, you know. Rattle trap's my favorite lure. I got it in here. Yeah, there's a spoon. This one is this one's kind of got like the perch look. This is a Foley here. This one's brand new. Still got the plastic on the hook. But my favorite Foley is the white one. And I'll even take it and I'll put I'll take a Sharpie and I'll put like a black dot on it, like a shad. Those work great, you know, on the white ones. And I like the all chrome one. And that catches everything, you know. Yeah, Wildfin, you already know. And like you were talking about them grubs, them skipjack love them grubs too, man. You know, white grubs, yellow grubs, you know, crappie kind of looking grubs, you know, jigs, whatever you want to call them. You know, those work really good over here for catching them skipjacks. You know what I mean? Yeah, them shads like that, dude. There's no doubt about it, you know. And really good, you know. But when you know, when springtime, it's such a frenzy that you can almost throw whatever you want and catch skipjack. You know what I mean? Rooster, no problem. I like helping everyone. Yeah, there you go. That's all it's about. All right, I'm glad everyone's hooking up. Bank, brother, bank. Oh, Stacy, man. Just looking back on chat here real quick. Yeah, grubs and spoons. That's what I'm talking about, V8. That's the ones, you know. Yeah, you know. Wildfin, we was talking about that in his chat last night about how well grubs work for just all kinds of stuff, you know. Like channel cats, the crappies, the skipjacks, shads, you know, you name it, bluegill, you know, trout, you know what I mean? Everything likes grubs. It's like night crawlers. Everything likes night crawlers too, man. I don't think there's very few freshwater fish that I haven't caught on night crawlers. You know, now, you might not catch big, massive fish on night crawlers, which happens. It does happen, but not as much. You know, as opposed to using a big piece of cut bait or live hole, something live, tend to catch bigger fish. You know, but if you're having a bad day, ain't nothing working. Throw on a night crawler. You almost guarantee to catch something. You know, not always, but sometimes, most of the time. You know. Grubs are cheap on everyone and can go out and buy them and get out and fish with a pocket full of baits. You know it. You know it. You lose one right away, you tie another one on. Bam. There you go. You got action. You know what I mean? You got action. And it kind of helps to know where they're at, where your bait spots are, you know. But, man, you know, you're going to catch a bass to some kind of bait that you like, to a catfish, to a channel cat. You know, you're going to catch something, you know. Got to be patient. Sometimes you got to be real patient. You know, sometimes you got to play with that jig, sometimes fast, sometimes jig it, as it's, you know, hence the name, you know. Sometimes you could rip it, you know. Sometimes you just let it sit at the bottom. Just boop, barely pop that sucker, you know. And it kind of helps to have various jigs, you know. Me, I do really good with just all white jig, just a white curly tail jig. Works wonders for me, you know. You know, I haven't used night crawlers in the saltwater too loco, but we have these worms called pile worms, and they're like blood worms kind of. You know, they're real long. They look like a centipede almost, and they got those pinchers that come out. Those work really good. You know, uh, I was using night crawlers 2 days ago on a 10-odd, but I was stuffing because I had some night crawlers left over from fishing with Kevin Fishers, and I was stuffing. I think I one time I got like 13 huge night crawlers on this 10-odd, slinging it out there. But I think every little small things were pecking at it because it was coming back up and all ravaged. What else we got up on here? Georgia, U.S. Yeah, the American shad. It's just like they're the same. They're pretty much. They look just like a skipjack, the American shad. A lot of people are mistaken the two for each one as well. But skipjack is a herring, whereas American shad is a shad. But they look almost identical. They have. I think one's blue, one's green. You know what I mean? I'm a little on the colorblind side, so it's hard for me to tell anyway. But I could tell from the way that the bodies look and whatnot. The mouths are a little different. Yeah, there are a blast to catch, dude. Especially when you get on some big ones, man. So big ones, dude. You're just like, whoa. Last year I snagged this gizzard shad with it was this year with a rattle trap, and I thought it was a state record. The state record gizzard shad here is like 4.1 ounce, 4 pounds 1 ounce, and this thing I got, dude, this gizzard shad was, I mean, it was like gigantic. It was like just gigantic, right? I said, I got the record. I'm getting in the books with this gizzard shad. I get home. I weigh it. We got it like this real precise scale. It's like a food scale, And it was 3 pounds. I was 1 pound 1 ounce off the gizzard shad record. But I'll take it, man. I'll take any fishing record that gets you in the state books. That's legacy stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? But this gizzard shad was bigger than a 2-liter bottle, but it was a lot of fun because that thing I hooked him right on the top of the back. So it was like fun trying to pull him in, Gizzard shad works really good out here for catfish and for gars. I like catching gars. I like catching everything. So, catfish has been slow. So I've been using other means, catching stuff. Yep. That's what it seems to be. Always late February, March, all that, just before spring and spring, almost into the end of spring is the time to get your bait, It's always a good time to stock up. It's, everything's coming back off that winter, all the animals, everything, even the people are like, get me out of this cold, yeah. My nose is running out here today. It's cold out here. Excuse me. The shad run is coming up. Yeah, it's not far. It's not far. It's almost here. This is almost here. Okay. You guys wouldn't believe what's in this backpack. This thing weighs like 40 pounds. It's got a lot of lead in it. Like I said, I'm throwing anywhere from 12 ounces to 19 ounces out here at the dams. And they'll still be dancing around, even with 1.5 pounds, pound and some change. It'll still be just bloop, 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 till it finally snags up. And it will snag up. Well, you catch catfish at these dams, and usually they're kind of throw on your shoulder, 2-handers, Pretty epic. but it had died off. So it's weird because usually it's like there's a summer, like peak summer, and a little bit after peak summer, the catfish bite tends to slow down. But this year it didn't happen. The catfish bite was all the way good up until this last month and a half, almost 2 months. The catfish bite's just been no bueno. Yeah. Yeah, they run up to, yeah, exactly. I got my boy in Pennsylvania tells me the same thing. They come out of the ocean, they're spawning. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing, getting fat, making babies. You know. It's like the skipjacks, a lot of them, they'll come out of the Mississippi up into these rivers, and once they hit the dam, they ain't got no chance. They can't go no more further than Barkley Dams, Kentucky Dam. Those are the Ohio River dams. They can't get past them. So everything stacks up at the dam, Yeah, that's good times, man. Like I said, when I was in North Carolina there, lived by the beach, we were catching so much different species just coming up. But I'm talking saltwater. I didn't do a lot of freshwater fishing there because I was on the beach. So we'd fish the intercoastal waterway, and but that was it's kind of brackish there in a sense, some certain spots anyway. But we catch all kinds of stuff come running up the coast, big giant king mackerels and stuff like that. Yeah, I was in between Wilmington and Jacksonville, Topsail Island, in a place called Hampstead. Both spots. Great fishing over there. Man. Big old drum, all kinds of stuff. Man. Stuff I ain't never seen before because I was a West Coast fisherman when I was over there. Catching all kinds of stuff, what the names were, but they sure were cool. Huge. But surfing kind of sucks. But fishing's awesome. I did a lot of surfing. Waves ain't as big out on the East Coast as opposed to the Pacific. But the water's warm. The ocean water, oh man. I love it. Love it. Well, team, I'm going to shut it down. I'll check everybody out a little bit later. I got some more little projects to get finished up over here. I appreciate everybody coming in. I hope everyone can connect and whatnot. And everybody have a great day. We'll shut it down here in a few minutes. Oh, Wild Fin, we're part of the Wild Fin fam, baby. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. All right, everybody. Yoda, Bankfish. Make sure you subscribe to Bankfish too, man. He's got an awesome channel. Everybody's got great channels, man. Everyone brings something to the fishing world, and knowledge, and people just want to talk and hang out. It's cool. All right, everybody. Have a great day. We're going to shut it down.